Yes lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys the Brighton versus Leicester match preview. So then, boys and girls, Leicester are back in Premier League action after Thursday night's Europa League clash against Napoli, as of course it ended 2-2 at the King Power Stadium. Tomorrow, Leicester will travel down south to the Amex Stadium to take on Graham Potter's Brighton and Albion in the 5th game of the new Premier League season. Last time out for Brighton, they beat Brentford away from home in the Premier League with a 1-0 victory with Adam Lallana last-minute winner for the Seagulls. And of course for Leicester, we drew 2-2 to Napoli in the Europa League on Thursday night under the lights at the King Power Stadium. The two sides come together then, boys and girls, on Sunday at the Amex at 2 PM, and it's set to be a very close game between two sides who have both made pretty decent starts to the new Premier League season. So that being said, boys and girls, and without further ado, I'm going to stop waffling. Let's jump straight into today's video. Let's talk Brighton and Leicester, and let's get straight into the match preview. Right then, boys and girls, so starting things off then, my thoughts heading into tomorrow's game. So then lads, Brighton away then tomorrow for Leicester as we return back to Premier League action. The first of all for me, I think the 3 points are definitely needed for Leicester. Of course, so far this season, Leicester have played a total of 4 games, winning 2 and losing 2 as well. So for me, 3 points are definitely needed in tomorrow's game. 3 points and win tomorrow will shoot Leicester straight back up the table. Obviously, the table isn't important right now, but to be, around the top 4 type of area, that's exactly what we need going into the remainder of the season. However, the 3 points are going to be very tough to take tomorrow at the Amex. Brighton have made a great start to the season with 3 games won so far. They currently sit 5th place in the league on 9 points. Yeah, boys, it's going to be a big test for Leicester tomorrow, but overall, I think we can get the better of Brighton, as Leicester do have a very good record against the Seagulls. And based on that, of course, Leicester did play Brighton 3 times last season, winning all 3 games, 2 in the league and of course 1 in the FA Cup with Ian Acho's last-minute winner from the header, and of course he went on to win the FA Cup as well. So yeah, go. I think it's going to be a very close game tomorrow. I think there's going to be quite a lot of chances for both sides. Of course, Brighton likes to play an expansive style under Graham Potter, very similar to the Brendan Rodgers style. So yeah, it should be a decent game to watch as a neutral. It should be a good game to watch aesthetically, but overall there's going to be chances. It could be a very open game tomorrow and lots of goals could be scored in the game tomorrow at the Amex. But yeah, boys and girls, on the balance of things going into tomorrow's game, I'm fairly confident that Leicester can get the 3 points. I thought against Napoli on Thursday night, we looked pretty decent. Man City as well, the week before, we looked quite good as well. And so hopefully we can carry that momentum on and hopefully secure all 3 points at the Amex. It's going to be tough, going to have to battle throughout it. But overall, I think, Leicester will have just enough quality to hopefully break down that Brighton side and claim all 3 points on the South Coast. So as always, boys and girls, just before we do move on, let me know your thoughts heading into tomorrow's game in the comment section down below. What type of game are you guys expecting? Let me know in the comment section down below. Right then, boys and girls, moving on then to the stats between Brighton and Leicester going into tomorrow's game. Brighton could lose 3 consecutive league games at home against Leicester for the first time tomorrow. Leicester are unbeaten in all 8 Premier League meetings, with Brighton winning 6 and drawing 2, their longest run without losing against any side in the competition. So yeah, lads, we all know what's going to happen tomorrow then, don't we, based on that. The Foxes beat the Seagulls on 3 separate occasions last season, winning twice in the Premier League and once in the FA Cup 5th round, like I mentioned earlier on in today's video. However, the Seagulls have kept 11 clean sheets in 2021. Only Manchester City and Chelsea, with 15 apiece, have kept more clean sheets in the calendar year. Leicester's last 5 Premier League games on Sundays have produced a total of 23 goals. Yeah, boys, could we see a lot of goals tomorrow? We will find out. There we go then, boys and girls. That's it for the stats part of the match preview. Hopefully you guys learned something new, some very interesting stats there between Brighton and the mighty Leicester City. So then, boys and girls, moving things straight on. You guys know the drill, of course. It's now time for my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. As always, I'm going to hand it straight to you guys in the comment section down below. What side should Leicester go with? What team should Brendan Rodgers pick for tomorrow's game? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. But just before we get straight into the predicted lineup, we have got an injury update from Brendan Rodgers' press conference after the game against Napoli on Thursday night. Brendan Rodgers says that Jonny Evans is a fitness doubt for this weekend's game at Brighton. He felt he was struggling to push off, so I'll have to see that over the next 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, boys and girls, it does look like Jonny Evans will be a doubt for the game on Sunday. So could we see Soumare and Vestergaard being the potential centre-back partnership? Let's see in my predicted lineup in a few minutes' time. But yeah, lads, of course, starting things off then with the formation. For me, I can't see Brendan really changing it. So, we're going to stick with the 4-3-3 formation. Went with that against Napoli. Kind of was a 4-4-2 at times as well. But for me, I think we'll go back to the standard 4-3-3 formation. Brendan doesn't change things. And, this is pretty standard for Leicester. So, yeah, 4-3-3 tomorrow. Starting things off then, boys and girls, in goal. No real explanation needed here, of course. It's going to be Kasper Schmeichel. End of the debate. So, yeah, Schmeichel in goal for tomorrow's game. Moving straight into the back four then, lads. Start off at right back then. I'll be going with Ricardo Pereira to come back into the side. Obviously, Castagna did start against Napoli last time. I think, Ricardo will come back into the side. He was on the bench, and I think, we really are missing Ricky going forward. Obviously, Castagna is a top quality player, but I think, Ricky just has that bit more going forward. So I think Ricardo could come in. He could come off the bench, but we could definitely see Castagna, but I think Ricardo will get the nod tomorrow. Centre-back partnership, like I said earlier, I'm going to go with Yannick Vestergaard and Kagler Soon. Obviously, pretty much Johnny Evans is a major doubt for the game, so I can't see Brendan Rodgers going to risk him. So yeah, for me, Soonchi and Vestergaard centre-back partnership, quite risky, but overall, against City on last Saturday, they did pretty decent. So yeah, for me, Soumare and Vestergaard as a centre-back. And at left-back, I'm going with Ryan Birch. He looks like it's pretty much nailed down that left-back spot for now. See, Luke Thomas is on the bench. We could see Castagna come in there, but for me, I think Brendan Rodgers will go with the highly experienced left-back of Ryan Birch. Moving into the midfield three then, boys and girls. Yeah, starting off then in the defensive role, I'm going with Wilfred and Diddy. Of course, did get a red card, but that's going to be a suspension for the next Europa League game against Legia Warsaw in a few weeks' time. So yeah, Wilfred's completely fine to play the game. So for me, and Diddy is definitely going to start the game. Moving ahead then, we'll be going with Youri Tielemans. Obviously, he got limited minutes on Thursday night against Napoli. Came off the bench for a bit, so I think, Tielemans is going to be fully fit. Going into the game, hopefully Youri can have a solid game against Brighton. Alongside Tielemans, I'm going to make a slight change. Obviously, Maddison came on for a bit, didn't really impact the game. I think, Soumare does deserve to start this game. Yes, slightly defensive, but I think Soumare did fantastic on Thursday night. I think he does get the chance to start his first Premier League game against Brighton on Sunday. So for me, I only go with a midfield three of Ndidi, Tielemans and Boubakary Soumare. And finally then, boys and girls, moving into the front three. Left-hand side, we'll be going with the main man, the equaliser himself, Harvey Barnes. The boy is back in action. Fantastic goal on Thursday night. Brendan Rodgers is definitely going to start him in the game. So yeah, Barnes on the left-hand side for me, easy as that. Right-hand side, obviously Perez did score, but he's got one game left, and then he's free to start the next game in the league against Burnley next Saturday. So for me, right-hand side, I'm going to be going with Patson Daka. I mean, yeah, he's usually a striker, but did kind of play on that right-hand side a little bit, and I think he could do a decent job on the right, or we could see Lookman start as well. But for me, I think Brendan will go with Patson Daka, potentially Albright as well. But for me, I think I'll obviously Daka start. Obviously did score, got disallowed. He looked quite pacey against Napoli. So for me, Daka on the right side, and looked up, we'll be going with the main man of Jamie Vardy. Only got about 5 minutes against Napoli. So yeah, he'll be completely fine going into the game against Brighton. So yeah, boys, that is my predicted lineup for the game. There we go, boys and girls. That's my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. As always, boys and girls, let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you not? Just let me know your thoughts down below. Right then, boys and girls, moving straight on then, let's speak a bit about our opponents, Brighton and Albion, going into tomorrow's game. So Brighton currently sit in 6th place at the time of recording this video with 3 wins from 4 so far this season. And of course, last time out for the Seagulls, they picked up a 1-0 victory over newly promoted side Brentford last Saturday with a late goal by Adam Lallana. However, with their last home game, they did suffer a 2-0 defeat to Everton last time out at the Annex a few weeks ago. Against Brentford last time out, Graham Potter opted to go with the 3-5-2 formation, so the key thing there, 3 at the back, it can go back to a 5 as well defensively, so that's going to be very interesting to see how Brendan Rodgers lines up against a potential back 3/5 going into tomorrow's game. And of course, the key man for Brighton, obviously Lewis Dunk defensively, very solid. Obviously going forward, you got some more paper Soumare in there as well, so overall Trossard as well. So yeah, over the Brighton side, quite balanced in there. Some high quality players and some players who could definitely cause Leicester some serious problems tomorrow. So there we go, boys and girls. That's a bit about Brighton then going into tomorrow's game. Obviously, not too much in there, but pretty much that's what we need to know. League position, everyone pretty much knows how Brighton plays. Yeah, boys, enough said there. And just before we wrap up today's video, boys and girls, then finishing things off, my score prediction then for tomorrow's game. As always, I'm going to hand it straight to you guys in the comment section down below. What are your score predictions for Brighton versus Leicester tomorrow? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, for me, I think there's going to be lots of goals in tomorrow's game. I'm going to go with a Brighton 1, Leicester 3. I think it will be 2-1 for a large period of time. Leicester will be sitting back and grab a goal on the counter-attack towards the end of the game to finish Brighton off and get a 3-1 win. Goal score-wise, I think Vardy is going to score 1 for Leicester. I'm going to go with Tielemans to score and also Barnes. And for Brighton, I'll be going with Yusuf Soumare to score as well from midfield. So there we go, boys and girls. That's my score prediction for the game. As always, let me know your score predictions down below. So boys and girls, that's it then for today's video. Of course, in today's video, I bring you guys the Brighton versus Leicester match preview and predicted lineup and score prediction and facts, all pretty much we covered, of course, that in today's video. If you guys have enjoyed it, let me know by dropping a like, subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already. Most importantly, let me know your thoughts and opinions going into tomorrow's game in the comment section down below, boys and girls. I'll see you all for the match reaction about an hour after the game or so. So yeah, hopefully we can discuss a beautiful Leicester City win. But yeah, boys, I'm SPORTSA, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Peace, guys.